Improve on special teams, and on defense.
I'll be honest with you guys. Like I happily answer a lot of your questions tomorrow. There's a lot of things I have to watch the tape and process. Because we came into this game very confident, expecting to play very well. Really couldn't get anything going on offense. Turning the ball over, struggling up front. Any good run we had was a penalty. And then defensively, I thought we hung in there for a while. But just weren't able to do enough. Needed some help, maybe more from the offense. Tried to fake the punt in the second half to get some momentum going our direction. Hit on that, and then weren't able to finish it. Put PJ in the fourth quarter because he knows the 2 minute and the rally stuff. Obviously better than Cam because of his experience. But just a poor day all around. So I think we as a team came in having a great week, feeling like we were going to be very confident and locked in, and they overwhelmed us at times. And credit to them. So we have to go back to the drawing board and regroup.
So Cam being PJ coming in wouldn't be indicative of Cam's being a starter next time you all play.
Yeah, I'm not making any changes or anything like that right now. But at the end of the day, there was, we weren't protecting the quarterback worthwhile at all. Didn't seem fair to keep Cam in there, keep getting hit. PJ, give him a chance to play, and at the same time, Cam just hasn't had a lot of experience in that part of the game that we, unfortunately, we were in.
Coach, you hit the nail on the head. You said that you guys felt really confident coming in. That's been kind of the story this entire season. You guys have really good week of practice. You talk about accountability. You talk about doing your job. And it's just not resonating on Sundays on the field. Like, what can you do?
Stay at it. I mean, it's resonated 5 times. It didn't resonate 7 times. So you keep grinding at it. You keep working at it. We finished 5-11 last year. We thought we'd be better this year. I think we have a chance to be better this year. We didn't have games like this last year, though. Really disappointing games. I think the one thing we have to recognize is last year we weren't taken real seriously. Now we're sitting there. We have McCaffrey back. We have Cam Newton playing, DJ Moore, Dante Jackson, all these guys. We're getting people's best shots, and we didn't make nearly enough plays to make it win. So, when you say I talk about accountability, I mean I don't know that I speak about that as much as like you guys talk to the players and they say, hey, we're going to be more accountable. We're going to be this. I say the same thing I've been saying since I got here because I know that. At the end of the day, great programs, great franchises, great teams are built on a core foundation that doesn't change. You don't react to the circumstances. So doing our jobs and all those things, I say all the time, I'll just say it again, it's really hard sometimes to do your job. Sometimes your job is to block a 3 technique and he gets the best of you. With all that being said, I like our team. I like our guys. We have 5 games left. We'll give them a break here this week a little bit, get them to regroup, refresh, and then bring them back next Monday. They've done a lot of work. Bring them back next Monday and try to play it one game at a time in a very humble fashion, do our jobs at a high level, prepare at a high level.
Coach, what is your message to them after a game like this?
I'll probably keep that between us. I still, as I said to you, I need to process a lot of things in terms of what I said. Not too much other than, just that I would probably share. Nothing, I'm not upset, I'm not angry, I'm not, at the end of the day, when you have games like this, I think everyone has to look at themselves first. We're very quick sometimes in life to start saying, like, you got to do this, you got to do this. I've got to do a better job at everything that I do. Phil, Joe, all coaches, players. We haven't stopped 3rd and 22. We have a taunting penalty. Like, we haven't had a taunting penalty all year. So, you have to do the things that cause you to win. So, kind of what I said. We'll take a week to regroup our bodies a little bit, minds, get focused on 5 straight games. I invited them not to talk about anything other than just playing good football when we get back. Prepare, do our job. Not a lot of, hey, we're going to start doing this. Just everybody do what you're supposed to do, and we'll probably be okay. So, all that being said, I don't want to take a lot of credit away from Miami. They physically overwhelmed us at times. They ran the football. They stopped the run for us, and they got after the quarterback. MJ went down, Christian went down, so we had needed some guys to step up. Just never quite made enough plays.
What happened with Christian?
Just rolled his ankle, so he was trying to go in the second half, but never was quite able to come back to the same level.
Like anything that could be an impact?
I don't know that. Just we came back to play a little bit. So
you mentioned him, Jordan. What happened with him?
He just had a tightness in his hamstring.
Coach, is this a product of fatigue? I mean, week 13, 5 as late as they come.
Yeah, I just don't, I don't like to make excuses, and I feel like if I let us off the hook, it'll be an excuse, I appreciate these guys. You know, we've been together for 4 months. We reported to Wofford, and 4 months ago we've played 12 straight games. But so did the Miami Dolphins. They played 12 straight games, and so, you know, the penalties, the drops, the block punt, we blocked the wrong guy. I mean, you know, it's one thing when like you get run over and the guy blocks a punt, like that's football. But when you're not doing what we're supposed to do, and you know, you can play 60, 70 plays in a game and come out and say, man, I played 59 great plays. I had one bad play, but those start to add up. And so it's not a real fancy statement, but it's just the phase that we're in. You know, it's just you have to grind your way through it, work your way through it, and hopefully we'll come back and play five better games.
So the penalties and the drops, like why weren't your guys ready today?
I wouldn't say that they weren't ready. I don't live in that world. That's like other people's worlds. To me, it's like it's not like this big global thing. It's an aggregation. Like Michael Jordan's out there playing on a bad hamstring, gets called for a hold. You know, Pat Elflein gets called for a hold at the end. It's a play that happens every play. The plays I worry about, Ellis, are like the taunting. You know, that's just unacceptable. So I wouldn't say we weren't ready today. I'd say we got outplayed today. That's harder for me to say, but we got outplayed. We got outcoached. Credit to them.
In the past, you defended, you know, Joe Brady's play calling. Do you still stand by that today, after today?
I don't know. I don't even know if I've always defended. I said we had to run the ball more. I think I've always looked at it very like even keel. Like I'm just not going to be super inflammatory like everyone wants me to be. Like it's this. It's like, was the play calling good? I will go back and watch the tape and look. You know, we went in with a plan. You know, every time you run the ball on first down, if you get a penalty, I mean, I put that on. Just want to say, I put the penalties on the coaches too, right? Like we as coaches, that's our responsibility. It's our job. It's also the men in that locker room's job. And so if everyone has a shared responsibility, you have a chance. But you know, Joe called the game, Phil called the game, you know, kind of the way we planned on doing it. Chase called the game. You know, we faked the punt. We had a punt blocked, right? I mean, it's like we have to be better in a lot of different areas. So I just don't know if now we're sitting right here is the right time to be responding to all that. That's why I said I'd look at it and talk to you guys tomorrow.
What did you see specifically out of Cam that maybe disappointed you? It was like some of the passes, too many tip passes looking in front of the line for about 6'5".
It'd be hard. I mean, I have to see the protection. You know, I'm always seeing like the end result. You know, like they knew they came out and they were going to blitz us. I said it to you guys. We burned them on the first one for the long play to DJ. I thought early in the game, the first two passes he threw were, you know, hit us in the hands. We had a chance to catch those. As it evolved, or devolved, I should say, you know, I'd have to watch the tape. It just wasn't a good day, but it wasn't one of those days I could just sit there and say, hey, it was just him. I purely believe that Miami outplayed us today, outcoached us today. They were better than us today. It's pretty simple to me.
Do a couple more.
Without seeing the film, what do you think of the offensive line play overall?
I mean, obviously, it's not 5 sacks is not good enough. Penalties are not good enough. So, you know, Brady had to go in and play at left guard, and you know, Dennis, you know, battled through it. So, you know, but I mean, I think we all know it's not good enough. The result in terms of what happened or why it happened, all that, I probably need a little more time to look at that. But just never got anything going.
Matt, did Hassan tell you what led to the taunting penalty? Was there?
Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. If he told me, yeah, a guy grabbed me. I told him. I mean, does it matter? I mean that respectfully towards you, more to them. Like, all right, so the guy grabbed you. Okay, so I mean, we had him 3rd and 22. Like, we needed those plays to win that game. So we'll have to learn from it and, you know, keep growing. We haven't had a taunting penalty all year. Haven't even been warned on one. We've had other people hit us and turn and look at our sideline. Our guys have been great, and then all of a sudden we get in this ball game, and you know, I could psychoanalyze for hours. You know, I mean, I think these guys really want to win. They're trying so hard to win, and then they start not having success. They try even harder, and they just, you know, just gets away, get emotional a little bit, and it gets away from us. And guys are yelling at each other because they want to win, and that's why, like, you know, to sit in the seat, you have to stay a little bit more like this than you can be like this, right? So, to Ellis's point, there's no doubt in my mind that the guys were ready to play. It was going to be a tough game. We knew it was going to be a tough game. So I don't think they weren't ready. I just think that we got outplayed in some areas and started to panic a little bit. Did some things that are uncharacteristic. And when you can learn to, when things are not going well, to settle down and just take a breath and go back to your technique, then you have a chance. A lot of our players are not doing that at the level I need to get them to do it. So that's on me.
Coach, why do you think you guys?
This will be the last question.
Your pass defense is breaking down. Terry McLaurin last week, Jalen Waddle this week.
I don't know. What was stat? What were they today? I'm sorry.
I think he was for like 122.
Sorry, guys. That's my stats numbers. I want to make sure I give you a better answer. So 2 was 27 or 31 for 230. Yeah, one week. So.
Specifically, those number one receivers are causing you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing man. We're bringing heat. You know, they maxed it up a couple times and caught it. I think the one the one that had the long over route that kind of broke the game a little bit. That was zone coverage, and we just break up and tackle that. We missed the tackle, so it wasn't as much coverage as it was the tackling. But we knew they were going to go 17. We knew they kept us off balance with all the RPOs. A lot of that stuff in the flat was just a run pass tag. But we decided to come out today and play a lot of man, try to put pressure on them, get sacks on them. But they just won on some of those. So, but the big one that was disappointing was that over route that he split for that long play, and that was, I believe, based upon what I saw on the field and then watching the replay on the jumbotron, the post player came up and just missed the tackle. So. We kind of do what we do. We play man free, and we bring a lot of pressure, and we have some good results from it. We had some sacks. We caused a sack, fumble, all those things. But just a couple of them, as you said, last 2 weeks, we're not getting there.
Was Stephon available more today? Or not?
Yeah, we plan on playing him as much as possible, as much as needed. So mainly third down in the red zone, but I don't know how many he ended up with. But
All right, thank you, Coach.
all right, thanks, guys.
PJ, where do you feel like things went wrong for you all today?
Negative plays early for us. I think offensively we had some negative plays, not negative plays early, but back starting, getting holdings, false starts, those things like that. Starting us at first and 15, first and 20, we can't have those, So I don't agree with the call. I'm sure other people on the sideline don't agree with the call, but it is what it is. We got to find ways to overcome those first and 20s and first and 15s.
When you have good days, like Cardinals and offense even played well, even though the team as in general, offense played well last week, and then to go like this, what are the feelings? What are the most frustrating? What's the most frustrating thing about that?
Execution. I think that we got so many good players, so many weapons and things like that. We just got to find ways to execute and play our best football. We just need to go out there and play our best football. I think that's what we lacking right now. We're just not playing really our best football as a team, overall, offense, defense, special teams, all of us. We got to play really good football to win these football games. It's not easy to win on Sunday, and we got to step our game up.
PJ, watching from the side, what did you see on the field going wrong with Cam and the offense?
Like I said early, first and 10s turns into first and 20s, first and 15s. it's hard to overcome those situations. But you know, we got to find ways to overcome them if they're gonna happen. We got to eliminate the penalties, and just go out there and try to execute to a high level on offense, man. I think that's really what we're lacking at right now. It's the execution part. It's just not there. You know, we'll execute, then we'll take a step back by getting a penalty or something like that, which set us back. So you got to find ways to overcome those penalties.
PJ, I know a lot of your teammates say that, you know, these results are not due to a lack of effort, but visibly throughout the game, it looks like guys have started to somewhat give up, in a sense.
Yeah, I think the effort is there, but I think as a team, when things start to go bad, guys need some more juice in them. You know, I think we need to find ways to overcome these bad situations. It don't be a whole period of the game of bad situations. It'd be like 3 minutes of a spurt. We'll have a bad set of 3 minutes, bad set of 4 minutes. We just got to find ways to overcome those bad situations and not let it get too far from us.
And how do you do that? Like, you guys still kind of control your own destiny, 2-0 in the division. How do you guys take this week off? What does that entail? It's not like you can do a drill or something like that. Like, what does that entail? How do you guys get over that hump?
I just got to come back focused, come back hungry, and come back ready to play because it's 5 games left. And it's a long season still, you know, still 5 games, and we still got a lot of football left. Not to discredit them. We can't dwell on a loss like this because we got 5 more games to play. So we got to get our heads up and just keep going, keep moving forward, and just go on to the next opponent.
Any more questions for PJ?
What was the mood like on the sideline as things started to kind of unravel? What would you call that?
It was a little flat. But you know, I felt like guys were still in it. Defense was still in it. They still was out there, you know, trying to battle, trying to fight. Offensively, we had guys battling, fighting. But you know, I just felt like it was a lot of down faces at a point in time on the sideline where I didn't think it was time for it. You know, I just felt like we didn't have time to be pouting or be sad or anything like that. But still was a lot of game left. Just got to go out there and play. You know, things happen in this league. You can overcome deficits all over the league. So just got to find ways to overcome them and go out there and play better.
All right, thanks, PJ.
Thank you.
Something happened during the play that I didn't like. I should have had my emotions in check, but what happened I didn't like, and I reacted, which is unacceptable. Being a leader on the team, a veteran, completely unacceptable. I take all responsibility for that.
What do you think of the team's overall just accountability? That was the message coming into this week. That was kind of the mantra. What do you think?
I don't know. Have to watch the tape to see, starting with me and, seeing what everybody else did, as a veteran, just to see, where can I talk to guys that help improve. But it starts with me. As I already addressed, the taunting penalty and 3rd and long or whatever the down the distance was completely unacceptable. So I'm holding myself accountable for that. As you said, came in talking about accountability, and on one play, I let my emotions get the best of me. And like I said, a veteran, I should never let that happen.
There was a lot of talk about do your job this week. Matt Rhule said that it seemed as if y'all came into the game with a good game plan, a good week of practice, and then to come out and put on the performance that we saw. Like, what leads to that? Or how do you feel?
I wish I knew the answer. I don't. All I could say is we just got to keep coming to work and pushing, grinding to get over this hump. That's all I can say.
Hassan, I asked PJ about what could be perceived as like a lack of effort as the game went on. Did you see that from your perspective?
Not from my perspective, but then again, like I said, we have to watch the film to see exactly what happened, what went wrong, and where we could have been better at.
What's happening in the huddle? What's the message in the huddle?
We just worried about playing the next play. No matter what happens on the previous play, is always about is another play to be played. We can't continue to harp on what happened 1, 2, 3 plays ago. You gotta get your mental right and continue to play. This is football. It's a game. Things are going to happen. You just gotta keep pushing through the game and continue to play.
Hassan, is this defense still confident in itself?
We better be. It's a like I said, it's a game. Everything don't go right all the time. With some things we could have done better, I'm sure of, but. I hope guys aren't hanging their heads or not confident in themselves, and if that's the case, or something that comes up, then the veteran guys, we got to rally the guys and get their mental back in the right place.
What was probably the most frustrating part in this loss? I saw Brian pretty animated on the sideline trying to, I guess, rally everybody, but what's probably been the most frustrating part?
I guess just losing the game at the end of the day, man. Nobody comes out and, thinks they're going to lose or prepared to lose a game. So the fact that, we lost is, probably what caused that.
What's the frustration level in the locker room right now?
Man, I can't tell you. I know a lot of guys are probably upset. I'm upset that we lost. I don't know. I don't know.
From your perspective, Hassan, was the team ready to play today?
I believe so. We came out. We had good energy, and then I don't know what happened after that.
How important is this bye week right now for you guys?
Really important, man. Hopefully everybody takes the time to get their body right. We had 12 straight. A veteran will, get his body right, get his mental right, and come back and ready to push for these next couple games, trying to go 1-0 each week.
Time for one more. Any more questions?
All right. No problem. Thank you.
We lost footing early, and we just got to find ways to get back on track. That's what it came down to. Nothing that that they did was out of the ordinary. It wasn't like we weren't prepared. It just comes down to execution.
When you say you lost footing, what do you mean?
It was just hard to get on a rhythm. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. We just have to find ways to sustain drives and stay out on the football field. And anybody, defensively, offensively, it's just about wearing down. And I think, offensively, we wore our defense down today. So we got a time off, and we just got to come back and be ready to play complementary football, all 3 phases. So that's what it pretty much came down to.
Cam, you said last week, hold on, trust me. Basically, things are going to be all right. Today they seem to fall apart. What can you do now at this point to change them?
There's no need to panic. There's no need to panic. So, when it's all said and done, it's going to come back to the core basis of what the brand is. As Coach Rhule always speaks about, trusting in the plan, trusting in the process, trusting in, just holding yourself accountable. And that's what it pretty much comes down to. It's no secret play. No, I say the same things each and every time, but, that's what it pretty much comes down to. Guys doing their part in the whole overall grand scheme of things.
Matt said that he put PJ in the fourth quarter because he had a better grasp of the 2-minute offense.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you need to get to be super comfortable?
Yeah, I would take this time to really dive into, the whole offense. I think today it really got exposed because of the situation and, not having a full grasp. But, it's not nobody to blame more so than just the situation that I came into. So, having this week to kind of self-scout, so to speak, and really dive into the root of, what this offense is about, and that's what I plan on doing.
Can I ask you, without, of course, giving away, super specifics, where in particular did you feel like it caught up to you most?
No, just been in, the 2-minute. That's it. I spoke with Coach. He said, we're going to put PJ in because he has a better grasp of the signals and, the 2-minute, things, because there are obviously things that's in 2 minutes that's not necessarily in the game, the base game plan. And, I was fine with that. And at the end of the day, it's still about being a professional. At that particular point in time, I had more than enough opportunity to keep the game in the balance, and there's no need to put up a fight with that.
How much was the pressure a factor on you? Because it seemed like for a 6'5" guy, you haven't passes tipped. That's not normally tipped. So was they getting deeper into your?
Well, it doesn't matter how tall you are because they're tall too. So it's really not about the logistics of why they're getting batted. They're getting batted because they're good too. So, for us, we just have to go back, lick our wounds, and be prepared to, to mend and heal this whole week and get on the same page here moving forward.
You said when you signed with the Panthers that winning was a big thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you want to go. Do you think you misjudged maybe where this team was on the scale?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is the NFL. Nothing's promised. Just because Cam Newton's on your roster doesn't mean you're just going to win. Just because it's a feel-good story doesn't mean you're going to win, right? I'm well aware of that. And I think in this situation, we all have to come to grips with who we are. And I'm putting blame on myself first before I can even look at somebody else. I have to be better. I know that. And it starts with mentally, tapping in and understanding what Coach Rhule and obviously Coach Joe wants to do. And that's how we're going to rock and roll.
The sideline was described as being flat when things started to unravel today.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that? And if so, how do you overcome that?
No, it's just about sustaining drives. I think defensively, they was giving us opportunity. They gave us opportunity, and luckily right before the half, we snuck away 3 points. So coming back after, halftime, 3 and out, penalty, got stopped on third down. He still found a way to get a first down through special teams, and just the same monotonism of doing the same things. And, Coach gives us the keys to win, and one of those keys was eliminating penalties, and we didn't adhere to that.
How would you explain the 2 interceptions?
Yeah, I mean Xavier Rhodes, Howard. I'm sorry. We knew everything going into this game, how we needed to attack. Shucks, I really only see one of the, what was the other one? The undercut. He undercutted the dig route in yeah, it was a bad throw. It was a bad throw. So, before I can tell blame, it all starts with me. And that's me just holding myself accountable. Coach did say about one of the keys of the game is protecting the football, and I put the ball in jeopardy too many times a day. So from the offensive perspective, where I can speak on, we weren't good enough. We didn't sustain enough drives, too many 3-and-outs, protecting the football. And anytime you can't do that, it's going to be tough.
And
Hold on. We're going to take one more question.
Can you get to a point that you feel comfortable in this offense in the next 5 weeks?
Yes, sir.
How?
Just doing my job. That's it. I do my job, and I have full faith the other 10 guys are going to do their job, and then we'll be good. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
The cameras did catch you pretty animated with your team. What was
Animated?
or what you want to call it? What was probably the most frustrating part for you in that moment, or what were you trying to get across?
Man, hey, man. Oh, okay, we good. I don't know. It was just really in the heat of the moment. I was just really trying to, find that spark, find that edge. That we was lacking at that point in time. But the main message is the same thing it's always been from day one. It's just do your job. Just got to do your job, and I feel like everything will work itself out.
In terms of focusing, doing your job, accountability, where is the team at with all that after this loss?
Where is it at?
Yeah, where was it today? How do you think y'all?
I think we started out pretty hot, but just got to keep it going. I mean, you got to withstand like the big plays that they make. You can't get too down on yourself, and then because it can just spiral into, you feel me, like what happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's about mental endurance and really not getting too high, not getting too low, trying to stay even keel and just remain, do your job. It's simple.
It's been a rough couple of weeks for the defense as a whole, especially a group that seems to take a lot of pride in being one of the best groups in the league. What do you think has led to these struggles recently?
I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. Like as cliche and as simple as it sounds, it's really just doing your job. Like everybody got to be held accountable to their own job. Every man has a job, man. Like I told y'all before, like one guy can mess up and it can be a hit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's really simple and it's really cliche, but it's all about that.
Brian, after the last 2 weeks, are you confident that you can play the way you were playing previously?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm a firm believer on not getting away from what you do. Like I struggled a couple times early in the season, and I just stuck to my process, and I feel like my plays will come, and what I do will start to happen. Like I just want to play within the defense. I don't want to hurt the defense. So I feel like as long as we stay with our process, stay with what we started with, I mean that's all you can do.
Has this team gotten away from that?
From process? I think I would say so in a little bit. Like you could find yourself not doing what you normally do, and it's just all about bouncing back though. Like I mean, it's human nature to probably get a little complacent or whatever the case may be, but it's all about bouncing back and getting back to yourself and your process.
For whatever it's worth, the playoff chances statistically drop to like below 10% at this point. How frustrating is that? Just
Man, I ain't gonna lie. In situations like this, personally, I don't even think about the playoffs no more. Like it's not even that kind of deal. It's just mentally, it's more about pride in my gut. Like I'm fighting for pride out there. Like at the end of the day, like it's just like I'm not gonna give up. You know what I'm saying? Like throughout the game, no matter how bad it's going, I'm still not gonna give up, and that's just what I'm fighting for. Like I ain't even thinking about playoffs. I'm about to get better. I'm about getting better and staying in our process. Like that should have come. Ugh, my bad. Like that'll come. You feel what I'm saying? It's just being the same guy every day. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm more focused on that and getting better than all the other stuff.
Brian, Hassan came in here a second ago and said it was completely unacceptable for him to lose his cool and get that taunting penalty. Does it surprise guys when you see somebody like him kind of lose it for a second?
No, I mean it's an emotional game. Like yeah, it wasn't a good play, it wasn't a good call by him. But I mean, I'm not gonna blame him because I know how emotions can happen in this game. Like it's an emotional game. Like I don't blame him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the smartest thing and it didn't help us out. But I wouldn't blame him for that. And I'm not surprised because it can happen to anybody for real.
How important is this week off?
How important is it? I mean, it's pretty important for guys to get their bodies back. I mean, we played 12 straight. It's pretty important for them to get their bodies back. But honestly, I don't want this week off. Personally, that's just how I feel. But why? I just want to get back on the field. Like I don't like having a bad taste in my mouth from what just happened today. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just personal.
Before you came in, Cam mentioned that there is no need to panic. But how much panic do you sense among your teammates at this point, if at all?
I don't really sense any, to be honest. Like I said, I'm just more focused on getting back to what we do. Like I to play a whole playoff picture and all that, and all the statistics and everything. Like at the end of the day, I'm about getting better and getting the defense better, and really just playing for them. That's all I can think about.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Appreciate y'all.
Christian's not going to be available for this interview. So.